All right. Hi, everybody. This is me, Bernard Parsons, here on my live stream. Also, giving an opportunity to test out a new router that I installed today. So, we're going to see how well this is going to improve my streaming. Um, all right. So, I'm just looking at my stream right now. I'll just go into big screen mode. I'm actually seem to be getting a very smooth stream. That's great. Um, all right, so let's just get started. So why am I here today? Here on my Studio Parsons channel. Well, there's a little something that I kind of wanted to do that I've done a few times, and I want to continue doing it. But I want to make it a little bit more personal for you out there to kind of get to know kind of stuff that I'm into and how I go about coming up with ideas. So this is kind of like a video blog of for my followers to kind of follow up on learning certain things in the art of graphic design or modeling or whatever, and just hang out with me and watch me get inspired. And the key thing that tonight is it's music night. Um, Kind of going to play some music in the background of some stuff that I like. Most of it technically is going to be Dead Mouse, which is something that his music kind of inspires me to be a little creative in the music side of things, which helps my inspiration with the graphics and designing. Um, so what have I been working on? Right here is kind of a little bit of something that's inspired by Dead Mouse through one of the videos I just recently saw. It's if I can find it here. I'm just looking over. It's Let Go Feet. It's the Cube 2.1, and it's got the soundtrack Let's Go Feet by Grabbits, produced by Demo 5, which is pretty amazing. Actually, I could start off with this. And basically, you're just going to hear me play some music in the background. You might hear me once in a while cut into the music and have a little chat with you. Or I'm just going to be, focusing on doing some work here on this. I have kind of two reference images that I'm using, which is this one here to kind of help me build the cube. And then if I know where the other one is this it? No. This one here. So this one here is kind of like the set where they kind of like start building this cube thing. And let me check my social media here. All right, yeah. And so I kind of took the design from here, copied over, did it all in vector in Photoshop, so that way if I ever need to scale it, I won't have no pixel issues when I stretch it and condense it many times to build my scenes. So, and I also use this backdrop to help me create, as you can see here, the light set. Let me just get rid of this moderator's crap. I'm getting like crap in my chat box. So, what else did I do to this? So, then I took that away, and now I just duplicate it, and I have this to work with. It's not much, but what I'm planning on doing with this is I'm going to bring these in as layers into After Effects and do some cool video montage on top of a lot of the elements here. Like the background, there's going to be a video montage playing. Each one of these separate pieces either will be like a video playing here, and one on top. Plus all the light effects that are going to come off of this because it's just going to be basically a lot of silhouettes, and the colors I'm kind of envisioning kind of taking over. The colors and the videos and all the montages is going to kind of take over everything. So what else is there left to do with this one right now? Well, I can kind of take what I have right now and visualize, or have Adobe help me visualize how I would want to have some of the colors in the background to show. So without further ado, I'm just going to put on some music in the background here, and I'm just going to look for some images of crowds. Okay, just want to make sure I don't kill my live stream. I'm going to play that Dead Mouse song for you guys. Now, of course, I am not monetizing this video at all, only because I just want no hassles with the fact I'm using somebody else's music. And it's not about making money on this video. It's about chilling and relaxing, listening to some tunes, hanging out with me, and just watching me kind of get creative here. And if you have any questions, by all means, shoot them my way. So without further ado, let's put on some tunes and start with this one.
So that you're wasting all your days looking for something that is right in front of you. And I just want them to notice you.
So I'm just trying to adjust this video so I can watch it, because I like to refer back to it once in a while.
I'll never let go of you. There's something flying in the air, and I just don't know what it could be. The smoke is flying everywhere. I'm getting the feeling it's the end for you and me. And I know that we might be through, but I'll never let go of you. I'll never let go of you.
Just double checking to make sure that the music's coming through. I'm not gonna destroy this layer. I'm just gonna add a mask to this one. So, if you ever want to see what this video looks like, if my browser doesn't freeze on me here, okay, go check out that video by deadmau5. Just search for Cube 2.1 and you'll get it. So, so what I'm doing is here, I'm just kind of like adding some color variants just to kind of give me an idea. Okay, what am I working with here? The red is kind of probably representing kind of back a background color. Let me take a sip of Coke here. This could be changed at any moment, but I kind of needed something to visualize other than just a black background or a gray. And then what I'm also doing is I'm looking for visual representations of electronic dance background videos. Right now I'm just looking for some images here of some stuff that I could kind of try and use to help me visualize some things that I want to do with these colors. So I'm going to copy another image here and paste this one in. Excuse me. Now I kind of need this to just only representation anyway, so I'm just going to go in and I'm going to, so let me check my windows here, see if anybody's chatting. Nobody's chatting. And I don't know if that one watcher counts as me, but that's okay. This is a new section in the video in my streaming on Studio Parsons that I'm throwing out there, and see if people are interested in just kind of like hanging out with me. Okay, we're gonna do a free transformation. Transform. We're gonna go to distort. And what I mean, why I want distort is because I want to be able to distort this image as freely as I want. But this is no good. And the only reason why is because I really can't see my background or anything right now, so I need to kind of hide a lot of this stuff. Go away. There we go. Now, if I select this, I should be able to see the points a little bit better. I think I'm losing my voice. Alright, so go back into free transform, distort. And bring these in as close as I can. And Photoshop actually does a kind of good job sometimes trying to figure out where do you want to put these points at. I'm going to zoom in a little bit here. Zooming is always the key, so I'm just going to match that up. Can I get it? And we all have to do. Perfect. Okay. So we're going to use this and let's see what options can we use. Difference. We can use difference. Let's see here. Well, what we'll do is we'll just duplicate this and flip this. Transform. so. Let me go in here a little bit more. Okay. So I'm going to go back to where that image is that I had, and I'm actually going to save this as in my for my reference. I don't want to lose this again. So let me save image as. Go to my special folders that you hopefully cannot see. Um, okay, okay. Am I choosing the right one? There we go. And create a new folder. Just call it ref. Ref images. And I saved that one. But I'm going to now just copy this image again and bring it on in here. And now we kind of have to. Okay, so let's just try and center this. Should be perfectly centered. Let me turn on my rulers. Sorry about that. So, with this, we're just going to simply shrink this down, crop it out, all the stuff we don't need, and yeah, this will be fine. So what I need right now is these panels. So let's let me go in. And what I'm doing here, by the way, if you want to know how to do it, I'm holding down my Shift and Control key, and I'm hitting on the little icon where it also shows the that it's a path. And what this will do is allow me to add multiple marquees here for. I am actually losing my voice. Okay, make sure I get them all. I don't want you. Where are you? It's one of these. There we go. How many of them did I have selected here? Okay. So now all I'm basically going to do is I'm going to go back to where my image is, wherever that could be. That's not it. Okay, where's my image? I want my image. Okay. Where is this? Okay. Oh, it's right here. I was not looking at it very well through the thing. Which, by the way, this is not good. Okay. Can I try and get away with it? Well, if I make it a mask, yes I can. So, Control T. Yeah, but I want to be able to get, this is what I have to do. I have to bring this down. There we go. And then we'll link it back. There we go. So you're getting this. Alright. So now if I go back and I turn on my backgrounds here, let's see what I get. So it's a rough thing that I'm kind of coming up with here, but again, it's kind of giving me a little visualization on what I'm going to do here. I'm going to save my file so I don't lose anything. Also for this, what am I going to use for the background? I'm going to have to kind of show some kind of montage in the background as well. So I'm going to continue looking, and I'm going to put on some more music in the background. Hopefully, like my choice. There we go. Welcome, Bernie Parsons, here at Studio Parsons channel, chilling back and listening to some Dead Mouse with me tonight. What I'm doing here is I'm kind of visualizing where I want some of these kind of laser lights, and looking for different color variations here as well. Thinking how I'm going to apply this. Okay. First what I'm going to do is I'm going to build my star shape. Sorry about that. So what I'm trying to do here, I'm using these objects that I just created, and I am replicating them so in the near future I can use them. So and these shapes I can use to kind of help me create these effects that I want to achieve. So first of all, we're going to try to see if we can do it with this one. And we're just going to be able to simply just grab the points. Oh, careful here. Okay, what I think best is that I'm going to use the one that I created so I don't have the parts, the pieces. It keeps adding to the next layer. I hate when that happens. So these are kind of like the lasers. A bit here. Make sure I'm only grabbing this point. There we go. So I'm kind of like assuming that I would have like lights maybe kind of coming this way. So if I zoom in, I kind of lost one of them, but I can grab it. Come in. I can kind of replicate that. Replicate this. I can go back to this one and then just say, you know what, I want this kind of crossing over the center. And just adjust the points. Now, again, doesn't look like much, but these are kind of like just guides for me right now. I'll eventually add more and more to this to kind of give it the effect that I want. It's like, imagine sculpting. Make sure here. So imagine sculpting, and the trick of doing sculpting, if you watch a lot of sculptors, is that you have to start with the rough, and then build on top and build on top and build on top, and you get just going in and rushing an image, doesn't usually work for me. It's just once I get everything set up and organized the way that I think should work or be laid out, then I just go in really quickly and add all the effects and gradients and the alpha channels and stuff like that into this. Um, and then even like adding drop shadows and off the elements and give everything some depth here. Okay. So, I'm just wondering what I'm going to do here with the other one. So let me just get rid of, hide this for now. So we're going to take this one and kind of move it out of the way. Now these three, I'm going to duplicate them anyway. Kind of replicate what I did with them on the other side. And these ones here are going to be kind of like for the like extreme colorful flashes. So I'm going to come on over here. You were good where you were before. And do something with this. Now, I could have done it before, but then that would have mean I would have flattened out this. And what I'm thinking is adding like a blur to this. So, because the center smart blur. Oh my god. I just did these on a live stream. So, what I'm going to have to do is I'm going to have to play with this a little bit to get the effect that I want. I might not use this. I'm not sure yet. But let's turn up some back of this music. Okay, I'll try to this. Yeah, I was saying I had to have my mic off there. You caught me with one of my bad habits. I have a tendency to chew on my bacon strip. So what I'm doing right here is I'm just trying to get some colors kind of on the go here. Hue and saturation is really not doing anything for some reason. Maybe I should just try it out on this one. Let's lock it into place here. See what can we get from this. Anything? Nothing? Nothing? Do I remove this? No. So let's just get rid of this. So, I can bring this down a little bit. Make it kind of blend it back. And I guess for now I'll just kind of copy this style here from the other ones. Okay, so this and this. I like that. Purple happening here. Alright, so these three here. We'll group these for now. And see, this is kind of a duplicate of the other one. What did I learn? This one. Blur still in there. I think I have to do this white. Desired effects. I'm looking for. So let's see what we got here in terms of setup. This one. One cool thing you can copy. Well, I'm sure there is. It's just that I don't know all the hotkeys, which is fine. But I can just copy the All right, so I'm gonna end this video. I could keep on going all night, but I want to test afterwards to see how well my new router that I bought today, or actually I bought yesterday for my birthday, and see how well it's streaming. Because I know that my previous router, I was having some issues. The refresh rate wasn't that great. I'm pretty sure it had a lot to do with it. I'm always being disconnected anyway. So, right now, this is kind of where I stand with this video. I'm just going to turn this down a little bit. So, this is kind of where I stand right now with this. It's kind of giving me something. I'm going to touch on this more later. I just kind of need to visualize and get a little bit more inspired, because I also need to figure out how I'm going to do all this in After Effects. Some of these elements, am I going to have to create them, like the background here for the screen? Am I going to have to create this kind of content, or these visuals? Same thing goes for the cube itself, the lights. And I kind of want to take advantage of what's in After Effects, where you can use visualizers for audio tracks. And I'm wondering, I'm going to check in on if there's a way where I can use that to my advantage, to add a track and have a visualized graphic created using the beat of the music. And if I can do that, that would be amazing. If not, then I'll have to animate all that stuff myself, step by step, trial and error, and get everything that I want to achieve. And what do I want to achieve? Well, what I want to achieve in this scene is to just have a stage designed with all the visual effects that I can add into this. Later, I'm gonna super composite. Just let me make sure that my chat's open. Later, I'm gonna super composite a live crowd here. Probably animated a bit. So I'm gonna have a live crowd here in front, and I'm gonna have this backdrop with all the visual effects. I don't know how far out I'm gonna go. I might have to do another entire scene where I have to design like the area where the event's taking place with all the crowd and lights and stuff. And I'm gonna also use this for close-up. So there's gonna be a scene where you're gonna kind of get a close-up view of him doing his magic on the board and kind of bobbing his head to it. Now I might use some CG for this to help me, or I'll do it draw frame by frame. But CG will help me so much quicker. And all I would have to do is just design the helmet and just animate the helmet. The body I would animate separately. Just to not spend too much time in modeling and rigging. Like I have a rig that I'm working on right now. Didn't finish it. So once I get this finished, then I can simply model some characters later, which I do plan on doing in the near future. There's actually some concepts that I'm going to be working on using the Dead Mouse theme, and maybe even pass this along to Jonathan, I believe his name is, or I don't think it's Jordan, I think it's Jonathan or something like that. I can't even believe I forgot his name. You're going to hate me for this if you see my video. So, yeah, so this is kind of it. So, if you like my new stream that I'm doing, my new live stream where you're just hanging out with me, listen to some Dead Mouse, or it's going to be mostly Dead Mouse, but I have kind of like my own track. So just, to sit back and listen to some of the stuff that I like listening to, and watch me put together some stuff here. Um, right now, I'm working on this one. Other live streams could be me doing some illustrations, but this these streams are going to be kind of different. This is kind of like the chill mix. Um, the other live streams or videos that I'll upload will be more straight to the point. You know, if, what am I going to work on today? Am I going to model a helicopter or return back to the dinosaur that I started? Which, by the way, I didn't post it up on my website because I had a video of me working on the dinosaur. I got delayed because of school and studies, and the model's sitting there. Just I wanted to work the textures really nice, so I'm gonna go back to that and finish that, and hopefully have that posted up on my website. Once this gets done as well, I'm gonna start posting some images up on my website to kind of introduce this little project that I'm working on. And it's just something that what I want to do. I have envisioned kind of like a storyboard, but right now I'm using my digital graphics that I'm creating right now to help me build the storyboard. All these assets that I create are reusable for anything that I want, and that's the cool thing about using Photoshop. It, you can use this tool for as much as you like, for anything. And for me, it's like for me, the old days was sitting around and drawing, and we did everything by hand. Even when I first started in graphics for a clothing company, a garment company, where my job was to design the graphics for it. We didn't have a computer to even help us create the fonts or help us with the fonts. We had a Letraset library, or sometimes we ended up all doing it by hand using Rubylith. And today we can do as much as we want, whenever we want, using these amazing tools. So I hope that you had fun watching my videos, or at least this kind of layback video blog that I'm creating. It's going to take a few tests for me to hammer this one out right, but this is a non-monetized video section of my website, of my channel, only because it's due to the fact that I'm playing other people's music, and I do not want to be infringed on any copyright or any copyright infringement. So that's it. I will end this video and start up another one. Maybe tomorrow, maybe the next day. We can focus on maybe some other stuff that is useful. Maybe even trying to set up some of this stuff in After Effects, kind of like play around with that a bit. If you have any questions, you want to know some stuff on Photoshop, by all means, leave me a message down below in the comment section. A lot of the times this is a creative process, so I don't know which direction that I'm going in when I start up something like this, but if I can answer your question, or do something in my next videos to kind of show you how to do it, by all means I'll do my best. Just let me know. And if you like this channel, like it, share it with your friends, and if you're new to my channel, please by all means subscribe to help support my channels. I have many channels. This one I kind of very proud of as well, because I'm kind of showing off my creative side, which not a lot of people know about, these other things that I can do besides just play video games. And that's it. So welcome to Studio Parsons, my Studio Parsons channel, and thanks for watching, and hope to see you come back again. Alright, ciao guys.